expect with taking a homeopathic remedy? Well, the number one thing you can expect is a holistic response. What I mean by that is that you'll get a body-wide response. So for example, you have a cough and you find that correct remedy that helps with the cough. Great, but that's not enough for me. When I know that a patient's reacting to a homeopathic remedy, not only is their cough better, but their whole being is better, meaning that they're sleeping better, their energy level is better, their mental emotional mood is better. So this is what I expect from a good reaction to a remedy. And if I only see the physical symptoms get better, it's not the right remedy. I need to see that body-wide approach, the holistic approach improve, okay? The other thing that I always tell every patient when they're taking a remedy is that there could be 5 possible outcomes, okay? The first outcome that could happen with a remedy is that nothing happens, okay? It's a possibility. It just means that we got the wrong remedy. Remember, if it's not the right remedy, it just won't stimulate the healing process. Luckily, there's no side effects, it's affordable, we move on to the next remedy. The second possible reaction, what can happen, is that you take the remedy and all of a sudden an old symptom comes back from even your childhood. So for example, let's say as a child you had eczema and you went to the doctor and they possibly gave you a cortisone cream to give just to help with the inflammation. It's a very typical prescription. Now what that cortisone cream is doing is just that it's suppressing the symptoms. It's not curing it, but it's definitely managing it very well. Well, now after all these years, you take a homeopathic remedy, sometimes that old symptom can return. Now this is actually a very good sign. It may not be comfortable. Luckily, it doesn't come back with as much of a vengeance and it doesn't come back for as long. But what this is doing is that it's just stimulating that healing response. It brings back those symptoms and now the healing response is going to take care of that and it's going to cure those old symptoms. So that's another outcome that can happen. That's number 2. The third possibility that can happen is when you take a remedy is that the symptoms that you come in with make it a little bit worse before they get better. What we call is that this is called an aggravation of symptoms. Now, although uncomfortable, this is a very good sign to us as a prescribing doctor because we see that your body is now adjusting to this medicine and now it's going to have to mount a healing response to then fight off this reaction. This is a very good way that our bodies just know how to fight and heal on its own. Now this aggravation won't last very long and it will always follow with an improvement in all your systems, of all your symptoms, excuse me. Now, the fourth response is that new symptoms come. Okay, you take the remedy and all of a sudden, new symptoms come about. Now, we don't call these side effects. First of all, this is very, very rare that it happens. It happens with very sensitive patients. We call these effects that the body has. Now, when these new symptoms come about, this is very important information for the doctor prescribing the medicine. That means that we're so close to that right medicine and that those new symptoms are giving us information into what the right remedy is. Sometimes with the first interview, you may not have enough symptoms or you may not have enough detailed information to explain the symptoms for us to get to that right remedy. But if you take that remedy and new symptoms come up, that information is so important for that next remedy and then you can get cured. That's really important information. Now, the fifth outcome is that we get that right remedy, your symptoms clear up, your mental emotional state's better, your sleep's better, your energy's better, and we're on your way to cure.